Hello everyone. Good evening. Namaskar. आप सभी को. Very warm welcome to all the students and the mentors from ATL Innovation Mission, KIDEX team, and our mentor community. I am Shubham Gupta, Innovation Lead, ATL Innovation Mission, and I am your SPOC for Tinkerpreneur 2022 as well. नमस्कार दोस्तों, नमस्कार स्टूडेंट्स, नमस्कार मेंटर्स, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आज बहुत ही एक इम्पोर्टेंट सेशन हम लेने जा रहे हैं, आस्क मी एनीथिंग, जहां पर आप अपनी क्वेरीज कमेंट सेक्शन पे पोस्ट कर सकते हैं। मेरा नाम शुभम गुप्ता है, आई एम इनोवेशन लीड। मैं इनोवेशन लीड हूं अटल इनोवेशन मिशन में, और मैं आपके साथ जुड़ा हूं यहाँ पे आज सारी क्वेरीज लेने के लिए जो भी आप टिंकरप्रेन्योर में आप पूछना चाहते हैं। I will also pass on to Mr. Kiran Kumar sir to introduce himself, please.
Yeah, thank you, Shubham. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kiran Kumar. I'm Regional Mentor of Change associated with ATL Innovation Mission since the last 4 years. So many of you must have seen me on the weekly mentoring sessions, which are called Handhold Me sessions. So I come along with a few of our Tinkerpreneurs from who have participated in the bootcamp last year, and together we conduct a mentoring session every week. We have completed 2 sessions so far, and we have a few more sessions to go in the coming weeks. So I look forward to interacting with all of you today, and hopefully all of us together, Shubham, myself, and Amritanshu should be able to answer all your questions. Over to you, Amritanshu, for introduction.
Thank you, Kiran sir, and thank you, Shubham. It's a pleasure to again be back with the team and addressing any or every question that the participants, mentors, or schools if they may have anything. We would be happy to address them as such. I am Amritanshu. I am the founder of KIDEX, and also the Chief Technology Officer as such. So I'd be happy to address any question as such that comes from the technology standpoint.
Thank you, Kiran sir. Thank you, Amritanshu, for the lovely introduction. So feel free, friends, to post on anything, any feedback, any questions over the comment section. We are here for you to take up maximum. We have around 40-50 minutes with us. So we will be here with you till 5 p.m. and we are not going anywhere, don't worry. So please feel free to post anything you want to like regarding this Tinkerpreneur program. Okay, so Amritanshu, this might be taken up by you. So one, Miss Alpana Gupta is asking, my window of week 3 is not visible on portal. It is showing no events found. So is this anything which Alpana Gupta can do?
I think it is available to all of the individuals who are registered. So if you are registered, it will be shown and you will be able to see the details as such. So if I may request Ma'am Anjali Gupta to look at from their registered mobile number assets, then you'll be able to see the details. It is available on both KIDEX app as well as on the KIDEX website. Actually, both of our website as well as app use the same ecosystem. And whatever is displayed on the app, same thing is displayed across all of the portals as such, on mentor portal, on school portal, on website as well as on app. So as long as you're using a registered ID, you would be able to see that.
Sure. Thanks, Amritanshu. Mr. Prasanna, okay, we are taking the next for you. You have raised so many queries and contacted, but there are some problems which haven't been resolved yet. So, Mr. Prasanna, we want to tell you like, okay, there are 2 points of contact. You can have it. One is definitely the query portal which KidX have. Otherwise, you may write an email to us. Okay, copying myself. You might have received an email from either info@kidx or support@kidx, giving you all the details of the mentor or the mentees you might be having. So please feel free to reply on that email, copying myself. Either the KidX team or myself personally will take that query and will try to resolve in maximum of 48 hours. Feel free to do that, please.
And
And
just to
yeah,
add to
please.
that, Shubham, no query is unsolvable as long as the query is legit.
Yeah. Okay. So next is Amritanshu sir. By when does our project need to be submitted? What is currently the arrangement for the deadline?
Sure, sure. So first I will take this, Shubham, and then you can add on top of that.
Yeah.
This is from a program perspective. So
Yeah.
for all the digital skills, right, that was the week 1 and week 2 program. The last date of submission would be 31st of May. So you would not be able to submit as such any assignment post 31st of May. So this applies to all the 37 skills which are as part of the digital skills part. Then there is product related skills, which has two activities. The first one is which is build a product, and then the second one is which is in the ongoing week 4, which is refine your product assets. For these two, you would be able to make submissions till 15th of June. We understand that this is week 4, and this is a milestone, right? This is a finalizing milestone. In order to move further, you would have to complete this milestone as such. Or to receive any certificate, you would have to complete this milestone. And that's why there is some more time um, that is provided in order to allow students to make a submission for the product skills as such as well. Now, when it comes to the overall program of the boot camp, the last date of submission for the second stage, which will come later, which is week 5, 6, 7, and 8, that would be on 3rd of July. That is the end of the 9-week session. Shubham, please correct me or add on top of it if I have missed out on any critical information.
No, no. Yeah, Amritanshu, you are correct in the sense. So these product skills are absolutely necessary. This is for the mentors as well as for the students. So since you are entering into the product as well as the entrepreneurship skills going forward, we are giving you a deadline till 15th of June. I am repeating, 15 जून तक आपकी डेडलाइन है आपके असाइनमेंट्स आपके सबमिशंस को सबमिट करने के लिए टेल माइलस्टोन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट स्किल्स. So please do not delay by 15th June because it would be tough for us to extend the deadline beyond 15th of June. And as the programmatic level, it is 3rd of July to submit all the assignments part. And I do urge all the students and mentors to please continue your journey from the product to the entrepreneurship skills as well, because it is most important to get the best juice out of what the Tinkerpreneur aims for. It is not only till the digital skills, it is not only till the product skills. I urge every student, every mentor to please encourage the kids to take up this journey till the last week, till the last session. That would give an absolutely tremendous opportunity for the kids to have their product in the real life stage as well. And God knows who would become the entrepreneur at the later stage as well. So please feel free to ask anything about the product skills as well as the entrepreneurship skills. We know Okay, this is the age where you can learn and take this opportunity to the maximum. So okay, so this is it for the deadline perspective. Okay, so regarding leaderboard, so there are some queries when the leaderboard would be available on the KidX portal, and what is it all about? So, as the programmatical level, the leadership leaderboard would be available from the next week itself, and you can see for both the mentors as well as for the students. And we are coming up with some of the interesting category as well for those who have completed till digital skills, for those who will be taking up the product skills. We are coming up with some of very interesting badges, very interesting categories, and definitely it is there for everyone. And you can share it on your social media handles, on your personal handles as well, to showcase ki, okay, you have been the part of Tinkerpreneur and you have achieved something. So don't worry, kids, we are bringing you some exciting stuff regarding this leaderboard thing. Amritanshu, if you want to add something on that.
Yeah, so there will be three kind of leaderboards as such. One is for the team members that who are the leading teams in this championship. Tinkerpreneur or the boot camp who are leading the way. It will have weightages as such for both the number of submissions made as well as number total score. Based on the individual scores of the team members, a team-wise scores associated with a given school. The schools will also have rankings as such, so we'll be able to see which are the schools which are enterprising, who are the top schools, top enterprising schools as such in the nation. In addition to that, we will also have a third leaderboard for mentors. Mentors are doing a tremendous job of looking at evaluating entries, and so many entries have been received, amazing entries. Just earlier today, I had been sharing a summary of the total submissions as such with Shubham, and there are a lot, and there are so many great submissions which have received really good grades as such as well. So we'll have something for the mentors as well, identifying and appreciating and acknowledging, more than identifying and appreciating, more acknowledging the efforts that have been made by the kind efforts that have been made by the mentors as such, and we'll have the leaderboards for all three of them.
Okay, one of the queries is typically for Kiran sir, to Kiran sir. Sir, I have made a website and a chatbot. Shall I even make an app?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Let me answer that by saying that in this bootcamp, we expect you to build one good product rather than create many half-cooked or half-baked products. Okay, why I say that is time is short. You have only 9 weeks, and out of which you get about 2 weeks to actually solid time to build your product, and the other weeks are taken up for marketing, learning about marketing, business models, and many other things. Although you can continue to build your product, we encourage you to build one good solid product. Bring as many skills as possible to build that product, rather than trying to build too many products, because at the end of 9 weeks you need to create a pitch deck and submit a pitch deck which will have everything about your business, your online digital venture, and it should ideally have one solid product that you are pitching to investors or to the jury members. Okay, so bring all your effort, all your energy, and build one good product. Okay, so don't try to do too many things. You can do it outside of the bootcamp. You can build more products outside of the bootcamp. For the sake of bootcamp, build one good product. Yeah, that's my answer.
I echo the same thought. Again, it is aligned with the objective of this boot camp, which is at the end of this boot camp, there will be a lot of, you would be able to see a lot of submissions from the business idea along with pitch deck and how to monetize, and what would be their short version of pitching their product to the investors. And amongst those who have submitted the final view, we will have the top guys who would even get the chance. Some of them, Shubham, I believe 10 of them got investment this time. And Kiran sir, if you can touch upon that, right? Or Shubham, if you can touch upon that, that will serve as a very nice encouragement for the participants.
Okay. So, Shubham, should I go and talk about a few things?
Yeah,
Or you
please
want to?
go ahead. I will add.
Yeah. So in fact, we had the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp last year as well in 2021, and there were thousands of submissions by the end of week 9. And out of that, top 100 students and their digital products were shortlisted, and they not only got a certificate, but these top 100 students got an opportunity to participate in another program called ATL Catalyst program. This was in partnership with Indian School of Business in Hyderabad, and over the period of 5 to 6 weeks or so, the students were mentored by mentors from Indian School of Business as well, and out of which, again, from the top 100, top 20 were selected, and out of top 20, top 10 were selected, and all those top 10 students today have got sponsorship. Basically, it involves grant. I mean, they actually get money. Okay, to say in simple words, they get money to actually build or expand their business. So this is the journey that you can take beyond the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp. And I'm not sure, maybe Shubham can say what is the plan this year, but I'm just telling you what happened last year. So Shubham, maybe you want to add something more. What can students expect this year as well?
Yeah, thank you, Kiran sir. It is likewise this year as well, and maybe there would be some new partners who would be available for mentoring you as well as funding your idea as well. As Kiran sir said, ki, okay, last year it was ISB, and it was 10 of the students who got funding for their idea as well. Can you imagine a student from 6th to 10th class, and he's presenting the idea, pitching like a virtual Shark Tank is happening, and we may call it as a junior Shark Tank as well. It's like likewise, and pitching to directly to the funders and getting the funding at this age. You can imagine what would be they be doing in the next 10 years. So
Wow.
definitely, students and mentors, this is again a request ki, okay, this Tinkerpreneur is for you, both for your product refinement if you have any, and if you haven't any product in mind, just do it. Okay, just skill yourself, upskill yourself in the digital skills, how the product is being made, how you can pitch, how you can market your product. Skill yourself, come up again in the next entrepreneur and showcase your product. No issues in that. Okay, upskilling can be taken anytime, and it is with the summer session as well, and we can expect at least 1 hour of you for daily on this. So this is just kind of a upskilling session. Plus, if you have a product in mind, it is a tremendous opportunity. I don't know कि, okay, who others in India are doing a pan India level like of challenge where students can come up and showcase their skills. So yeah, please come up in full force, and please showcase your talent in this platform. Yeah. Uh, okay. Uh, it is like some of them are again asking and putting up a confirmation. Is 15th June is the last date for the product skill? Yes. 15th June is the last date where you can submit your product skills. No problem in that. Yeah. Okay. So Amritanshu, can somebody put their remaining digital skills assignment now also, or is it like closed for them and they won't be getting anything now?
So,
Yeah.
see, in digital skills, the submissions are available till 31st of May. But I think I would probably reiterate what respected Kiran sir had just mentioned, that rather than stretching yourselves across 37 or let's say n number of things, focus on one or two, right? And then create a product out of that, right? Because eventually the goal is for you to create a product that can be pitched to, and hopefully we see the guys who are listening in the final, and hopefully they also walk away with the young Shark Tank, which you're referring to earlier, Shubham, and with some funds for them to run the business. Um, Outside India, there had been a lot of individuals who run their own businesses in the age category of 10 to 14 or 15 years. And thanks to AIM's initiative, last seasons, I met a couple of guys, and I was really surprised with the things that the young guys have, the young champs have done. Hopefully, we get to see more of them now. So, short answer, yes, it is allowed till 31st May, but rather than going to n number of things, focus on one, two, or three, not more than that, and build deeper into it.
Yeah. So if I may add a few more
Surely.
points to what just Amritanshu mentioned. So my suggestion for students is, as Amritanshu rightly said, you can pick up a few skills and try to build a product. What I would also like to say is, don't complicate things. This is a 9-week boot camp. It's not only technology, digital skills, but also about entrepreneurial skills. So there is a whole host of things that you need to learn. So if you complicate your product, if you try to build a very complex product, you may get stuck in building the product itself, and you may not be able to move further and learn some of the other things that you get an opportunity to learn, like business models, marketing, selling techniques, setting up your own online business. There are many other things to learn. So pick up a few skills, use them, build a simple product, because the focus of this bootcamp is not so much on showing your technical strength, but to learn the entire ropes of entrepreneurship in a simple way. Okay, so keep it simple, don't complicate, and build with whatever skills you already have. If you don't know how to do it, don't attempt it, because many a times students make the assumption that this is possible, that is possible, which they have not tried before. Okay, so if you have already explored certain features and capabilities in some digital tools, and you know it is possible, then use that. If you make some assumptions and proceed further, later on you may realize that certain things are not possible with certain tools. Then you may have some surprises. By the time you would have lost time, and you may get confused, you may drop out of the boot camp altogether. So in order to prevent that, attempt something simple, so that in this boot camp you learn the entire, you get an exposure to everything. Okay, of course, the best out of which will still get selected, but don't worry unduly about being the top, being the best and all that. Learn the process first. If you learn the process well, then you can repeat it again and again. Next time you can build even a better product, or a product that involves more technological components, or more fancier features and functionality. So keep it simple. That's my suggestion.
Maybe I just add to that, Kiran said, thank you for stating all of those things, and it connected a lot to me as well as an entrepreneur. So, what we should focus collectively is learning. Uh, we learn and we create a product and live the entire journey, right? Practice the entire journey, so that the learnings that we have, we can also take it and apply to some other use cases as well, right? Why to wait for Tinkerpreneur 3.0? You can start creating other things later as well, right? But right now, in order to live the entire journey, what is probably the best is you look at something that you're comfortable with or have become comfortable with after learning, and then you take it till the end, so that later on, if you come up with some brilliant ideas, you can walk the entire journey and have something amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. This might not be an problem for one or two. This might be a problem for many of the teams. The mentors are not reviewing their assignment timely. Okay, and they are ready with the submissions, but mentors are taking time to either review, or some of the mentors are in the snooze mode. So what should we do in that? Okay, so I will pass on as a programmatic level a very important message to the mentors as well. Plus, Kiran sir, you can also add in that. Okay, so see, this is the message to the mentors. So these mentees, these students seek your guidance, seek your blessings while they would be starting their boot camp. When they started their boot camp, they had some of the expectations from you. Ki, okay, there would be some assignments, there would be some sessions which can be taken up by these mentors, and then mentees can guide themselves towards the product as well as on the entrepreneurship skills as well. If in the starting we had some bit of arrangements like ki, okay, in the 72 or 90 odd hours, if the assignment is not submitted, this might be going into the common pool where some another mentor can help in the grading of that particular submission. We have relaxed that as well now, mentors. We are now pushing towards the extension of that 72 hours to 5 days, like 120 hours, going from the week 5 as well. I will also tell Amritanshu about that. Ki, okay, from the back end, if that can be changed for 5 days, we know that mentors, you are also like working. You also do not have, might not have sufficient time to see those assignment in those stipulated time hours. So we are relaxing that a bit, but still we need your support in mentoring these mentees, because without you, I guess the major purpose of this tinkerpreneur would not be fulfilled, and these mentees have to go here and there to see their grading of the assignments and all. So this is a very important message for you, since now we are entering into very critical stage. We have already passed on till week 5. So from week 5 onwards, this is a sincere request from AIM side, from KDEX side, to please mentor these kids. And after this session, in the description link, I would be putting in my email address, plus the support team email address from KDEX team. You feel free to please write to us if you are facing any issues in submissions. And pardon us if we haven't solved your queries in 48 to 72 hours, but the team is really caught up with only Tinkerpreneur queries each and every day. And I personally know ki, okay, it's like around 100 200 odd queries have been resolved every day. So mentors and mentees, this is a request from both of you. If you are feeling ki, okay, the mentors are going in a smooth mode for more than 2 weeks, please do write to us. We will be assigning you some another mentor to you. So don't worry about that, because we understand that this is a huge program and you have to build up to the pace of it as well. So, and Kiran sir, if you want to add anything on that.
Yeah, sure, certainly, Shubham. So I can share some of the practices that I'm following in my mentors WhatsApp group. Basically, what I've done is I encourage the students to share their digital creations in the WhatsApp group itself, in addition to what they share on the portal, so that while I may take little time to respond on the portal, I can immediately see on the WhatsApp group as well. So if there is something that I can give them some feedback or suggestions, I do that right away on the WhatsApp group. While of course I also go and check on the portal and do the evaluations and give them a proper grade. On the WhatsApp group, I can't do all of that, but the portal is much better that way, because I can assign grade and I can give them formally a feedback. And I can also answer questions from students on the WhatsApp group. So that's what I do. Apart from that, I have got a few students who have attended the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp last year. So I have given them the role of being a student mentor. So these students are very enthusiastic. I'm also encouraging peer-to-peer learning and sharing. So they every day our student mentors give a challenge to the new participants, and the new participants, the students, they attempt some of these challenges. And within a few days, I think, although our group started quite late in the boot camp, now it's become very active with both the participants as well as student mentors sharing and exchanging ideas, information, things like that, and they're sharing their creations. So there is quite a bit of momentum built. And of course, it's very important. I would still say that we as mentors, we need to evaluate the student submission as quickly as possible. I understand most of the mentors are working professionals, they have day jobs, but at least let's try and make an attempt to provide our feedback and suggestions as early as possible, because students are also expecting, and that will encourage them, that will motivate them if we give them timely feedback and suggestions. So that's my little thoughts.
There
Amritanshu,
is
this
one
is for
query.
you.
Yes, Shubham.
Yeah,
Can I take this one query? So there is one query that I think
yeah.
we had also discussed a while ago, that for a given activity, if one person submits and if the team has multiple participants, um, the other participants are not able to submit for the same activity. Right. I think this is something that we discussed a couple of days back, and maybe if we refer to the FAQ sections, right? This program is a team format program wherein it is expected that the team members will come together and create something together, which is to promote a teamwork and also capitalize on collective thinking and ideation in order to come with a better outcome as such. And it has been designed in a way, the system is also designed in a way that one member of a team can make submission. If one member has already made the submission, it is expected that it is from on behalf of the team, and the other person cannot make submission for the same activity because again it's a team format. Any member of the team leader or team member, they can make submission. But once a submission is made, you cannot have, let's say, another submission that is being made. This is a confusion that a lot of participants have, that okay, they are not able to make submission because one person has made. I also want to make submission. It doesn't work like that. It's a team event. It has also been there in the FAQ section of the event details. Since I think it's the registration time, maybe we had missed out on reading out on that. Shubham, you were covering this question or any other question? I would take the other question that you had.
No, I was having different question.
Sure, sure.
It's like I can't submit my video of an assignment. It's showing a file format error. It
Sure,
is nearly a 70 MB video
sure,
and MP4 format. So what needs to be
sure.
done?
So MP4s are there as long as it's not corrupted, right? Or if you don't have any issue with internet connection, right? You would not face any issue. So far, the formats that we have received all sort of formats for video, MP4, MPEG, WMV, etc., etc., PDF, JPEG, etc., etc. All of those we have received. So there is no restriction as such. If the file is not corrupt and if the internet is stable, there shouldn't be any problem as such. I would request the gentleman to share the details at info@kidex.com, Mr. Manav Tekwani.
Yeah,
It's a WebM file, MP4 WebM file or MP4 file. Either of the one would work. So if you're still facing the issue, kindly do message, drop a note to info@kidex, and we can look at it for the details as such. Do share the details as well on through which portal you're trying to make submission, and if possible, share the link of the Google Drive shared file so that we can test it at our end on. So we maintain multiple portals at our end as well, so we can try it submitting on a different environment, not on production, that things are working fine, and then we can let you know if things are working fine, and if there are any issues, so we can let you know with the file as well if there are any issues with the file.
sure. So there is a similar query both from Vijdham as well as Kinesha. Okay, it's like even there is no activity on their WhatsApp groups. Okay, so Kinisha and Vijdam, we request to please write to us stating what's the WhatsApp group name of yours. Okay, info@kidex.com plus shubhamgupta.aim@nic.in. Both these emails will be in the description link after this session. Okay, you can just write to us. Okay, please allot some active member to you into your WhatsApp group. Please state your WhatsApp group number as well, because then only we can track who is your mentor, and we will talk to that mentor. If he is not available, we will assign you another mentor. Yeah. Okay, so it is for Kiran sir, something like a technical, I guess. Sir, shall I make a totally working website as it involves a lot of technological information outside the skills provided on portal, or a website showing the basic skeletal?
That's something that the student has to decide. I mean, how you want to build your product. Basically, what we encourage you to do first is even before you build your digital product, come up with that product one-pager template that has been provided to you on the KIDEX portal. That one-pager is designed to make you think before you actually start building your digital product. It forces you to think about some of the basic things. What is really a product? A product has to basically address a problem or solve address a need or solve a problem or a challenge of some user somewhere, right? So if it doesn't do that, then I don't think we can call it as a product. Maybe it can be called as a project. It's like a science project that you make at school. You just demonstrate a concept, but in order for it to be useful, you need to really think of how my product can add value to people, how it can benefit its users, and what problem does it solve. And depending on the need or the problem, you need to either build a basic version or an advanced version. That's something that you need to decide. So the one pager helps you gain clarity about your product. So my suggestion is work on the one pager, share it with your mentor, get some feedback and suggestions on how you can, if the one pager is vague, if you're not thought about your product clearly, your one pager is likely to be vague, and your mentor is going to give you feedback and suggestions. Please take that and work on it. Get your one pager in good shape so that you yourself are clear what problem you are trying to solve, whose problem you are trying to solve, what is the benefit, how does your product work. These are some of the basic questions that you need to ask yourself, and then you should build it. And what you build should mirror the need or the problem that you have stated in the one pager. So as long as you can do that, that's fine. It doesn't matter which technology you use, which tool you use, how many tools and technologies you bring in. All those is immaterial. What matters is for a product, what problem you solve. So what is more important, and then of course the how, and then the why. All those questions are important, but get the fundamentals right through the one pager and then proceed. So you're free to come up with any type of product, simple, basic, advanced, whatever. So we don't put any restriction. Just make sure that the problem is something relevant, it is practical, it's a real world problem that you can address, you can observe in your own community or somewhere. Don't imagine a problem, because if you imagine a problem, it's more likely that we are going to get it wrong, because we don't have sufficient inputs about it. We don't even know the users, we have never met them, we have never talked to them, and we are likely to come up with something, a fantastic product, but it has no practical utility, or it doesn't address the need well enough. So that's my suggestion.
Maybe if I can add, from an entrepreneur
Yeah.
perspective, I would say that the number one website that works around in the world is Google. It's the simplest looking thing that's out there, right? And does a very simple thing, which is list down the websites, right, relevant to your search item, and they are number one website. And it's just almost a white screen, right, with a simple paragraph to take it. Think about not from complicating things, but from the use case and how big the use case is. The more the if the use case is more and has, let's say, has some intrinsic value as such of the product that you're trying to solve for, that will help you get the outcome in a more desirable state, and probably a better chance at being in the hundreds also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Amritanshu, please enlighten regarding the latest version of the app release, because somebody is asking Vasudevan, ki, okay, right now it's showing as an individual's score for the digital skills. Why it is
Sure.
not showing as a team score? So
Sure.
when and how it would be resolved, please?
See, it's a display thing right now. There's a bug that has crept in Assets and would be resolved. So we are putting in another version of the app. It will be available from I think Wednesday or Thursday next week. We are going to put in for a review with Play Store. Usually that's a life cycle of an app. You put an app, you do all the testings, etc. Testings, etc. have been done. We submit with Google Play Store. It gets reviewed over, let's say, a period of 2 to 3 days, and then becomes available for the general public as such. Hoping that everything goes fine, there are no crashes, etc., etc. It's a complicated product. Our product is quite complicated per se, Kiran sir. And we go through a lot of tests, but at times 1 or 2 bugs they creep in. So it's just a display part, and it would not impact a lot of users, but few users are impacted, and that would be resolved. That's it, and you would get the entire team score. From our perspective, we are taking the entire score asset for calculation of leaderboard, which should be available next week. May I also touch upon the fact, Shubham, on the badges, etc., while I'm on the same topic?
I guess we will touch upon it at the last minute. That would be an
Okay.
excitement thing to have. Yeah. Uh, uh, the similar thing which you have just said, Mitanshu, regarding the sports part, can you translate it to Hindi? One of them is asking.
श्योर हमारा जो अभी स्कोर है वो अभी एक छात्र के लिए दिख रहा है. अगर एक टीम में एक से ज़्यादा छात्र हैं तो अभी एक छात्र को उनके द्वारा ही डाला गया जो सबमिशन है उसका स्कोर दिख रहा है. एक छोटा सा बग है जो कि टॉगल है, उसके कारण ये ऐसा दिख रहा है. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ दिखाने के केस में इशू है, कोई कैलकुलेशन में कोई ऐसा इशू नहीं है. और हमारे तरफ हम जो जहाँ पे स्कोर संभाल के रखते हैं हमारे डेटाबेस में, वहाँ का भी कोई इशू नहीं है. तो सिर्फ दिखाने का इशू है, और वो दिखाने का इशू जो है वो हमारा ऐप का एक नया वर्जन आएगा बुधवार या बृहस्पतिवार को अगले सप्ताह. तो फिर तब से ये वाला जो बग है वो भी नहीं रहेगा. आप अपने पूरी टीम का स्कोर देख पाएंगे.
Thank you, Amritanshu. Sir, this is for you. I have made this is from Supriya Patil, and she has been repeatedly asking. She has made an app on MIT App Inventor, but the QR code is changing. Then how can I make a Zap code if this is suitable?
Yeah, Shubham, I was just
Yeah.
looking at the same question on
Yeah.
YouTube window. Yeah, see, basically the MIT App Inventor, when you build your app and when you compile your code, it creates a QR code. You can scan that QR code and you can start the emulator on your phone in which it displays the mobile app for you. Okay, this QR code is going to expire in a few minutes. This is not going to be a QR code which is going to be permanent. So if you want to emulate the app on your phone, you can scan there is a emulator app that you need to install first of all. It's called the MIT App Inventor Companion app or something. You just need to install the companion app and scan the QR code that is displayed on your laptop or computer within the MIT App Inventor environment, and then the entire app starts displaying on your phone. But this has nothing to do with Zapcode. Zapcode is a totally different thing. QR code and Zapcode are different things. Zapcode is from a company called Zapworks Designer, and they build augmented reality experiences. Okay, and the Zapcode is a circular one, which also has black and white patterns, but this is different from QR code. A QR code is typically square and it has lots of patterns on it, whereas a Zapcode has lines, vertical lines within a circle. So if you scan a Zap code, it will open an augmented reality experience. Whereas if you scan the QR code, it depends on what the QR code is designed for. If you create your own QR code, or if you scan some QR code, some QR codes can open a website, they can open your YouTube channel, or they can display a phone number, or simply display a message or text message. Or in the case of MIT App Inventor, the QR code can actually open a link which will allow you to download the app, or maybe you can emulate the app on your phone. So the QR code has a totally different function, and the Zap code has totally different function. So you need to be clear about what your question is. What are you trying to do? That I'm not clear. I looked at your question on the chat window on YouTube, but it's not clear to me what you're trying to do. So maybe you can, if you can be more clear, then maybe I can answer it. So Zap code and QR code are totally different technologies.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Kiran sir. What I will do now, friends, I will just summarize all the queries which have been taken in these 40 minutes, both in English as well as in Hindi. Okay, so that it would be a kind of a cumulative response for all of your queries. And please feel free to share the link of this YouTube live with all your peers, all your mentors across the WhatsApp group, because this may be query for many of many of the mentors as well. So they will also get to know ki, okay, how are things going on, what is the last date of submission and everything. ओके सो फर्स्टली मैं हिंदी में बात करता हूँ, जो भी आपने क्वेरीज पूछी उनका एक समरी देता हूँ नेक्स्ट 2 मिनट में, फिर मैं इंग्लिश में आपको समरी दूंगा जो भी आपने क्वेरीज पूछी उसमें. सो फ्रेंड्स, हमने आज बात की टिंकरप्रेन्योर 2022 के बारे में कि उसमें आपको कुछ भी अगर चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं, अभी क्या स्थिति चल रही है और आगे जाके आपको कैसे इस पे पेस बना के रखनी है. तो हमारा अभी वीक 4 चल रहा है और पहले 2 वीक्स में हमने कवर किया था टेक्निकल स्किल्स, टेक्नोलॉजिकल स्किल्स. वीक 3 और वीक 4 में हमने कवर किया प्रोडक्ट स्किल्स, जिसमें बिल्ड अ प्रोडक्ट और रिफाइन अ प्रोडक्ट बारे में बात आती है. वीक 5 से वीक 9 के में चलेगा पूरा का पूरा एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप स्किल्स, जिसमें जो भी आप प्रोडक्ट बनाएंगे उसमें बताया जाएगा कि कैसे उसका फिनेंस ध्यान में रखा जाए, कैसे उसको मार्केट किया जाए, कैसे आप अपने बिजनेस के मॉडल को बनाएं. सो एक्साइटिंग वीक्स आ रहे हैं आगे. हम दरख्वास्त करते हैं आप सभी से, हम विनती करते हैं कि प्लीज आप आगे जाके इसमें बने रहिए. आप अपने आप को लूजन अप मत कीजिए. अगर आपको कोई क्वेरीज आ रही हैं, कोई चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं, वी आर हेयर फॉर यू. हम यहाँ पे हैं आपके साथ. और इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन लिंक में आपको 2 ईमेल आईडीज दी जाएंगी, एक किडेक्स की तरफ से और एक एम की तरफ से, जिसमें आप अपनी क्वेरीज पोस्ट कर सकते हैं. और हम इंश्योर करते हैं कि 2 से 3 दिन के अंदर आपकी क्वेरीज रिजॉल्व कर दी जाएंगी. ठीक है. सो सबसे पहले आप लोगों ने क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि प्रोडक्ट स्किल्स की सबमिशन डेट कब तक है. तो ये अभी भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस पूछे जा रहे हैं. मैं दोबारा रिपीट करता हूँ, 15 जून तक आप लोग अपने प्रोडक्ट स्किल्स की सबमिशन कर सकते हैं. 15 जून तक आप अपने स्किल्स की सबमिशन कर सकते हैं. रिगार्डिंग डिजिटल स्किल्स वो 31 मई तक है. 31 मई तक है, बट हम अर्ज करते हैं आप सबसे, आप अभी 27 तारीख चल रही है, तो आप प्लीज इसको डिले मत कीजिए, जितनी जल्दी हो सके सबमिशंस कीजिए. दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है कि कई ग्रुप्स पे हम फील कर रहे हैं मेंटोर्स उतने एक्टिव नहीं हैं, तो हम रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि प्लीज इन दोनों ईमेल आईडीज पे अपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के नंबर और नाम के साथ आप प्लीज एक मैसेज डालिए कि आपके मेंटोर एक्टिव नहीं है और आपको असाइनमेंट सबमिट करने हैं. हम ट्राई करेंगे पूरा का पूरा कि कोई और मेंटर जो भी अवेलेबल हो जो आपकी इस चीज में मदद कर सकें, हम आपके सबमिशंस को जरूर इवेलुएट कराएंगे। कुछ क्वेश्चंस टेक्निकल रिगार्डिंग थे कि सिंगल इंडिविजुअल स्कोर दिख रहा है, टीम का स्कोर नहीं दिख रहा है, तो हम इसको बताना चाहेंगे ये सिर्फ एक डिस्प्ले का इशू है, ये कोई कैलकुलेशन का इशू नहीं है। नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे या थर्सडे तक मैक्सिमम ये रिजॉल्व हो जाएगा। एक छोटा सा बग है हमारी ऐप में, वो हम रिजॉल्व कराने जा रहे हैं, तो वो जैसे ही ठीक हो जाएगा वेडनेसडे और थर्सडे से आपको वही स्कोर, टीम का स्कोर दिखने लग जाएगा। करंटली इट इज लाइक आपको दिख रहा होगा कि ये एक इंडिविजुअल स्कोर दिख रहा है। ठीक है। और कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से और थे, कुछ मैं मिस आउट कर रहा हूँ क्या अमृतांशु? अगर बता दीजिएगा अगर मैं कुछ
तो
मिस आउट कर रहा हूँ।
टीम में कितने लोग सबमिशन कर सकते हैं एक एक्टिविटी के लिए, वो बहुत जगह क्वेश्चन आया है।
ओके, सो सबमिशन जो है वो तो एज अ टीम ही रहेगा, एक जना सबमिट करेगा, वो रहेगा स्कोर पूरी की पूरी टीम का ही। सो ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आपके टीम में दो जने हैं तो दोनों सबमिट करेंगे, तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो प्लीज एज अ टीम वन मेंबर ही उस असाइनमेंट को सबमिट करे तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा। तो ये मोटा मोटा कुछ क्वेश्चंस थे जो करंटली हम भी देख रहे हैं कि जो क्वायरीज आ रही हैं हमारे पास वो इसी से ही रिलेटेड आ रही हैं। सो अगेन मैं आप सबसे कहूंगा कि प्लीज प्रोडक्ट स्किल्स पे जाइए, अपना प्रोडक्ट को शोकेस कीजिए, अपने आप को अपस्किल कीजिए। और ये अपॉर्चुनिटीज आसानी से नहीं आती हैं जो जैसे टिंकरप्रेन्योर आपको शोकेस कर रहा है, तो प्लीज आप इसके साथ बने रहिए। Now I will take up just 2 minutes to translate this into English as well. So, hello students and mentors. Welcome to this Ask Me Anything session for Tinkerpreneur 2022. We have taken some of the important queries which you are facing up since 3 to 4 weeks. So we are now entering starting Monday into the week 5, and it's like week 4 is going on. We have already covered technological skills as well as the product skills. We are seeing that after the technological skills there is a bit of a drop into the product skills submission. So I urge all the students and mentors to please put your efforts to continue this journey with the product as well as for the entrepreneurship skills as well. We assure you this would be a great opportunity for you, as we don't see such platforms many in India. This is one of a kind of platform where you would get to upskill yourself even if you don't have any product. Please keep a pace with it and upskill yourself into the skills which you want to explore in the future as well. Some of the major queries which we found, it's like the mentors of some of the groups are not active, so we request to please write back to us with your WhatsApp group number as well as names. The emails to which you may write would be present in the description link after the YT live, and we request everyone to please share the link of this YT live as much as possible into your groups as well as to your mentors, so that they can also clear their queries after seeing this 1 hour video. Many of the queries which are being repeatedly asked have been taken up in this session. So this might help all the mentors as the mentees in a big way. Okay, another piece is some of the submissions which are done by the mentees. It's like only the individual score is reflecting as of now and not the team score. So this is a very small bug which would be resolved by Wednesday or Thursday max next week. And it is just a display error. Don't worry about that. The score which is like being shown individually, it would be a team score starting Thursday next week. So don't worry about it. Feel free to just submit your assignments. And if you are facing any issue in the submission or the technical part, please feel free to write to us. And only one member is allowed to make the submission. It's not possible to have all the members submitting the single assignment because it would be taken as only one submission per team and only one member can do the submission part. And yes, the deadline for the submission of the product skills is 15th June, and for the digital skills, it's the 31st of May. And the overall programmatic assignment submissions would be taken up by 3rd of July. So this is about the Tinkerpreneur boot camp. It's a 9-week boot camp, and still there is lot of exciting things, lot of exciting stuff coming up. There would be some of the speakers, some of the session who would be big shots from the industry, and you would love to hear them. You would love to listen out to their journey as well. And who knows, one of you would be bagging up the great opportunity which we will be connecting you with ISB and some of the upcoming partnerships with AIM, where you would be getting an opportunity to get fund for your product as well. So all in all, it's like up to you, up to the mentors, and up to the AIM team to make it a very successful one. So we all are here for a common purpose. We all are like here to find out the creativity and the skills which you as a student, as the kids are possessing. So please feel free to continue this journey in Techpreneur and write back to us if you feel any doubt. Okay, now over to you, Amritanshu, to explain that badge part. I guess student would be more excited after hearing that.
Sure, sure. So I think I would also go Hindi first. हमारा टिंकरप्रेन्योर कैंप जो है बूट कैंप जो है इसमें बहुत सारे लोग हैं हमारे टीचर्स हैं स्कूल के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हैं मेंटर्स ऑफ चेंज हैं और हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट प्रतिस्पर्धा करने वाले बच्चे हैं और उनका जो एफर्ट है उसको रिकग्नाइज करने के लिए हम लोग बहुत सारा कुछ डिजिटल सिर्फ डिजिटल होगा वो ताकि कोई कंफ्यूजन ना हो आपको बैजेस मिलेंगे जिन बैजेस को आप शेयर कर सकते हैं अपने सोशल मीडिया पे व्हाट्सएप में अपने ग्रुप्स में कि आपने ये कुछ जो भी चीज़ें हैं जो वो उन्होंने आपने किया है आप जिस जिस लेवल पे करते जाएंगे उसके हिसाब से आपको मेडल्स डिजिटल मेडल्स या डिजिटल ट्रॉफी वो मिलेंगे और आप अगर बूट कैंप का माइलस्टोन 1 जो है जो कि वीक 4 का प्रोडक्ट रिफाइन अ प्रोडक्ट का सबमिशन है वो करेंगे तो फिर आपकी टीम को पार्टिसिपेशन वाली सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलेगी पार्टिसिपेशन वाली सर्टिफिकेट बूट कैंप के माइलस्टोन 1 को क्लियर करने वाले ही टीम्स को मिलेंगी अगर आपने माइलस्टोन 1 जो है वो अगर आपने कवर नहीं किया है तो आपको पार्टिसिपेशन सर्टिफिकेट नहीं इशू होगा अटल इनोवेशन मिशन नीति आयोग की तरफ से जो बच्चे आगे बढ़ेंगे हर एक हफ्ते के हिसाब से आप अगर एक बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट का या नहीं तो फाइनेंस का या नहीं तो प्लानिंग का नेटवर्किंग एंड मार्केटिंग का अगर ये सब आप करेंगे तो उसके लिए अलग अलग से आपको बैजेस या ट्रॉफीज मिलेंगी जो लोग आगे सबसे आगे रहेंगे उनको वो विनर्स ट्रॉफी या विनर्स मेडल भी जो है डिजिटल वाले वो मिलेंगे और जो कि किडेक्स ऐप पे अवेलेबल रहेंगे आप किडेक्स ऐप पे लॉगिन करके उसको आप शेयर कर सकते हैं आप अपने पास रख सकते हैं आपके जो सर्टिफिकेट होंगे वो भी डिजिटली इशू होके आपके पास किडेक्स ऐप पे अवेलेबल रहेंगे वो आप अपने लिए डिजिटली स्टोर कर सकते हैं वहाँ से डाउनलोड करके या नहीं तो आप अपने सोशल मीडिया व्हाट्सएप वगैरह पे भी शेयर कर सकते हैं now I'll switch to English to all of the participants as a way to acknowledge and encourage all of the let's say the entire ecosystem aspect, which is which comprises of mentors of change, school teachers, as well as the participants, and most importantly, the participants. We understand that there had been a tremendous amount of work that goes behind preparing ourselves, learning, and then producing a submission that goes out and that gets evaluated by the mentors of change, being mentored both by the mentors of change as well as teachers from the school. Um, and making the submissions matters. And evaluating and mentoring also matters as well. So we would have leaderboards for mentors, schools, and participants. And we'll have special digital badges that will be for the participants. The participants will receive it for each of the skill sets which are there as part of the bootcamp. Initially, it will be for the digital skills. And as we progress throughout the journey of our bootcamp, we'll have different badges as such for different skill sets again. For the individuals who would complete milestone 1, which is bootcamp week 4 submission, refine a product, they will be eligible to receive a participation certificate. For such teams which do not make submission for week 4, refine a product, they would not be receiving any participation certificate as such from ATL Innovation Mission, APIO. These certificates as such or the badges will be available on KidX app. They'll be available for you to share on social media or keep a copy for yourself, download it, or also share it on WhatsApp with your near and dear one. This is just an acknowledgement of what you have achieved so far. Also, when we come out with leaderboards as such, you can also share the results of the leaderboards as such with your near and dear ones and on social media as you wish and as you deem appropriate. Over to you, Shubham.
Yeah, thank you, Amritanshu. I guess this pretty much sums up this session. And yeah, students, there would be many exciting stuff that would be coming up as well. This is one of them. And yeah, I guess we have taken 80 to 90% of the queries which are present in the comment box. Some of the queries have been answered personally by Kiran Kumar sir as well. If not, if you have still your any pending query, please feel free to write to us. We are still here for you and we'll try our best to resolve it in 2 days if it is not beyond our control. So this is it, friends. I hope this session would help you in understanding your queries and would help better serve you in the Tinkerpreneur session going forward as well. Uh, uh, Sir, over to you for the last words.
Yeah, thank you, Shubham. So basically, I would say, students, please continue in the boot camp. You have come a long way already. It's already week 4. We are already in week 4. If we have another 5 more weeks to go, what you have learned is the most critical aspect of the boot camp so far: acquiring skills and building and refining your digital product. This is the foundation upon which the rest of the boot camp lies. So in the coming weeks, you will have more fun. I would say the hard part of building a product, if you have done it during the last few weeks, that's the hardest part. And after that, you will not find, you don't have to put in so much of effort. You just have to work smart. Okay, so you'll have one assignment per week for the subsequent weeks, wherein in week 5 you're going to learn about business models. You're going to submit just a template, which and probably you'll create a business card as well for your own business. So it'll be fun as well. You will not only learn something, you'll not only build something, you'll also have fun. In marketing, you're going to create some flyers and brochures and posters, and all your creative energies will come out, and you can even create some campaign games. It'll be more fun, some spin wheels and scratch cards and maybe something more as well. You learn about finance, you learn about how to manage the money that is coming in and going out of your business. You learn the art of salesmanship. You'll know how to pitch your business to investors. There's a lot of very interesting things, and this is a very unique program that you will not find anywhere else. And that too on this scale, where in week 1, when you started off, you didn't know anything about entrepreneurship. By week 9, you would have not only acquired skills, built a product, learned all about sales, marketing, everything, but you would have actually, you're in a position where you can actually sell and make money from your product. Even when you're studying in school, you don't have to be grown up to become an entrepreneur. Even when you're school, you can start your own online digital venture. It can be a part-time venture. It doesn't have to be even full-time. And the beauty of digital products is you just build it once. The first time it's the hard work. After that, you can just make copies of it and you can keep selling it to as many customers as you want. Unlike a digital product, which requires manufacturing and requires more capital and it's a lot more involved, digital products are simple. You put the effort once and then you can churn out as many as you want and keep selling it. That's the beauty. So you should really go through this entire journey. So my suggestion is again is keep things simple. Even if you were to just create one Google form as your product, that's good enough, because you're going to learn everything else is a significant value addition for you. And once you come out of this boot camp, you'll say, wow, what an amazing journey it was. And then you have a totally mind shift, and the person you come out after week 9 will be a totally different person than probably you were earlier before the boot camp. Okay, so that's my parting words for you. So all the best and enjoy the rest of the journey in this boot camp. Over to you, Shubham.
Yeah. Uh, I will also like to extend thanks to KidX team as well. They have taken up this project, created the complete portal, the complete application part of it. We do understand mentors, we do understand mentees. There might be some of the challenges they you might be facing, because this is the technology adaptability we have to see as well. But we are making sure that this would be a tremendous experience for all of you guys, and we are just trying to make our operations and the logistics possible to reach the best to you. And thank you, Amritanshu, for partnering with us to take this up. And I'm just finally sharing the email IDs. This would be present in the description links as well, where you can write to us if you are facing any query. This is from the KidX team. This is my personal email. We are more happy to take all those queries you are facing up. We are resolving 50 to 100 queries every day, and we are happy to take it up to 150 to 100. We have no issues. It's just that we request you to be more active, more precise, and just continue your journey. This is our sole motive. Yeah. While I'm presenting this for one more minute, Amritanshu, any last words for you from you?
No, I think I would just re-emphasize what Kiran sir had just mentioned, that this is a wonderful opportunity. What your thought process is, that goes through a tremendous amount of transformation when you take this 9-week program as such. And nowhere in this entire world would you find either the program that is being run under the aegis of ATL Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog, Government of India, or the platform that we have. You would not find any such anywhere around the world. It is an up and coming thing. It is running at a very large scale while ensuring that students not just only participate, but they learn and they acquire skills. These skills, all of the skills which are there as part of the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp, they are making each and every student future ready. This is something that is a very critical point when you join your jobs later in your life. You'll realize that you are probably 10 steps ahead of individuals who did not take this. The whole way to think about each and every aspect, you'll connect more to the world. You'll be future ready in a way that when you enter your college, you'll have a view about what should your first step should be, what should your second step should be. I am from IIT Kharagpur. When I joined, I had no clue whatsoever on day one. I was coming in from a very small district as such, and had no idea of taking my career in a way. But when I heard about ATL Tinkerpreneur, and it has been our privilege and honor, Shubham, to be a part of this program. And we are humbled to be a part of this program as such. wherein we are enabling students from all over India and identifying and not making sure that the access as such to probably entrepreneurs around yourself or in your own community or in your relation, that becomes a constraint for you to pursue entrepreneurship. This is open for all of the ATL schools, 10,000 plus any other school students who have collaborated with those ATL schools and come and participate in this. There's such a great initiative, and we'll make sure that the way that we had been making progress on making India a superpower, not only from the perspective of academics, mathematics, and management, for which we had been recognized, but it will also make us the entrepreneurship hub, hopefully, in the next 5 to 10 years as such.
Thank you, Mitanshu. We do hope that this session would help you in resolving the queries, whatever we would be able to cover in this 1 hour. Again, reiterating, this Tinkerpreneur is for you, and we are there for any help available. Okay, this is it for this session, guys. All the best, mentees, for all the journey you are undertaking with, and all the best mentors as well in evaluating and grading for the mentees. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. This is it from AIM, KidX, as well as from the mentorship community, Kiran sir. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.